This ebook is designed specially for railway and SSC steno exams. A lot of contractions and advanced physiographics are used for speedy writing. For the convenience of students, this ebook is designed on A4 sheets and it is printable. We highly recommend you practice it thoroughly. You can collect the ebook from the link given in the description box below.
After the uproar among start-up investors in the last few weeks, the Center on Tuesday decided to ease the conditions under which investments in start-ups will be taxed by the government. According to the new rules, investments up to rupees 25 crore in companies that are less than 10 years old and with a total turnover of less than rupees 100 crore will be exempted from the new angel tax. Further, investments made by listed companies with a net worth of at least rupees 100 crore or a turnover of at least rupees 250 crore will be fully exempt from the tax. So will investments made by non-resident Indians. When it was first proposed by the Center in 2012, the angel tax was justified as an emergency measure to prevent the laundering of illegal wealth by means of investments in the shares of unlisted private companies at extraordinary valuations. But the adverse effect that it has had on investor confidence has forced the government to ease the stringent rules. The easing of the outdated angel tax rules will definitely make life easier for startups which are in desperate need for capital to fund their growth and other business requirements. Further, since the new rules are said to be applied retrospectively, many young companies that have received notices from the income tax department in the last few years will be relieved by the latest tweak in the rules. There are, however, a few other issues with the new rules that could still cause unnecessary headaches to young startups. Companies wishing to make use of latest exemption, for instance, will first need to be registered with the government as startups. To be classified as one, a company needs to attest to conditions such as that it has not invested in any land unrelated to the business, vehicles worth over rupees 10 lakh or jewelry. These requirements, while probably aimed to prevent money laundering, can lead to considerable bureaucratic delays and rent seeking. Also, the new rules for the angel tax, though less stringent than before, can cause the same old problem of arbitrary tax demands for companies that do not fall under the defined category of startups. The taxes to be paid are still supposed to be calculated by the authorities based on how much the sale price of a company's unlisted share exceeds its fair market value. It is impossible to know the market value, let alone the fair market value of shares that are not openly traded in the marketplace. So, tax authorities with ulterior motives will still possess enough leeway to harass startups with unreasonable tax demands unless the government can address the arbitrary nature of the angel tax. The damage to investor confidence may remain.
You have liked the video, hit the like button and consider subscribing.